Hey guys, Givenup 96 is back here again. As I said before, I was going to do a Disney overview, and that's what I'm here for. Sorry, trying to find a place to put this. I was at GameStop the other day, and they had these for $30, and I couldn't say no. But now I don't have a place to put it. What it is you push this button, bat symbols going on, like whatnot, and then it's a Batarang. It was $30. Was really cool investment at the time, but now I have no idea where to put it. It's just sitting on my DVDs, right, Blu-rays right now, to be honest. I mean, it looks okay, like, set up, but I don't know where I'm gonna end up putting it. But that's not why we're here in this video. We're here for the Disney Blu-rays. And first up here is gonna be Tarzan. Tarzan, from what I remember, was a really great, maybe not a great adaptation, but a great Disney movie. Sorry, one second. I'm gonna turn the light on, so bear with me. What I remember, it was a great Disney movie, probably one of my favorites. As you can see, this slipcase is embossed. We'll open it up here, and here's the standard art. Spine, back, and the problem with Disney Blu-rays: plain Jane disc art, and there's no excuse for this. Companies like Vinegar Syndrome, companies like Twilight Times, which people regard as one of the worst companies, not literally the worst, it's just people hate the fact that everything's exclusive. But anyway, as I was getting onto in my rant, is when these small companies can put disc art on a disc, there is no excuses. No excuses. But anyway, going on, we have the Diamond Edition of Sleeping Beauty here. Great movie. I missed out on the Platinum Edition Blu-ray when it came out. I missed out on all the Disney Platinum Editions when they came out, because at that time I was like 19 and I was going through my I'm too cool for Disney phase. But as you can see, I've got all these classics. Well, not all these classics, but I've decided to jump back into collecting again. And here's that. And as you can see, that is a autograph from Mary Costa, the woman who played Sleeping Beauty, Princess Aurora in the movie, the voice actress. So that's really cool. To get that, I just sent it to the paper insert to her, and actually within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I got it back. Which was really cool. Wasn't expecting it. I just hoped against hope that it would happen, and it turns out it did. And she actually, you can't see it, but over there on the dresser there's a picture frame, and in that is a personalized autograph. So she did the standard autograph, not personalized on the DVD Blu-ray, and she sent me a personalized autograph too. Oh, I forgot to show discs. Not like you're missing much. Yep. It really bothers me. I don't know why. It just does. And I think it's because I see all these nice indie companies releasing this awesome disc art. I mean, this movie, indie company, selling it out of their own store, and they have amazing disc art. There's just no excuse. Sorry, but over my rants. Next here is Saving Mr. Banks here. The story of the not so true story of the way that Mr. Walt Disney wooed the author P.L. Travers, the author of Mary Poppins, into allowing him to use her story. I thought this was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. Tom Hanks is wonderful, so is Emma Thompson. Just the idea of going through and making this, just it shows a lot of love for Walt Disney, and I just really enjoyed this. This is Saving Mr. Banks, and Tom Hanks plays a wonderful Walt Disney. I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, that's one that I wanted to see in theaters, but didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't. Surprisingly, Mary Poppins, one of my favorite films, but I have not yet bought the Blu-ray because Disney prices, and it is what it is. Next here, although Studio Ghibli, I count all Studio Ghiblis in my Disney, whether they made it or not. They did not make any of these Studio Ghiblis, they just presented them. But that's Princess Mononoke, probably my all-time favorite Miyazaki film. I really love how these are uniform slip covers, completely uniform spines if you put them next to each other. This is my favorite. It's about a guy it's basically a film about pollution, but this guy gets saves his community from a demon boar. He gets affected by the demon, and he has to just go find the forest god to try to remove the curse. But he comes to a town of this woman who's trying to make it a booming business town, and she fights with the animals there. And the rest of the movie I won't spoil, but it's a great movie. Definitely check this one out as soon as you can. Easily top 5 animated films, probably number 3 for me of all time. I will say, although I'm whining about the disc art, with their Studio Ghibli films, they do give them enough care to give them disc art, which I will applaud them for that, because these are the films, in my opinion, that deserve the disc art. Next here is Ponyo. Unfortunately, no slipcase. I got it from my Disney Movie Rewards points. Here's a movie I really wanted to see, and I didn't see it until like years after it was released. Well, when Disney Movie Rewards is the first time that I've seen this. Unfortunately, no slipcase. I would love to get a slipcase, so if any of you guys are watching and they're willing to send me a slipcase, I'll gladly pay for it. Like I was saying before, Studio Ghibli has the uniform spines. Here's the back. It's a little nice retelling of The Little Mermaid. It's a really good film. once again, very happy with Discard on this. Another film, basically any film that Miyazaki does turns to gold in my opinion. Definitely films you should be watching. Next here, probably my all-time favorite live-action movie by Disney, and that's Pete's Dragon, the 35th anniversary edition. Yep, 35th. I thought this movie was a lot older when I was a kid, but that's kids' perspectives. Great movie about a boy and his dragon as they try to escape the town of Passamaquoddy. He's abused by his foster parents. She's lost her husband, and the dragon just wants to have friends in this town of Passamaquoddy. And I forgot what they call him, one of those doctors that go town to town, wants to kill him because dragons' pieces are worth a lot of money. It's a really good film. I highly recommend this one. Same, no disc art, but whatever. At this point, it is what it is. One thing I like about most Disney Blu-rays is they put the old special features from the DVDs in them. Not with all of them, but with most of them. Next here is 101 Dalmatians 2 Patch's London Adventure. Scamp's Adventure is Lady and the Tramp 2. It's a Disney straight-to-DVD sequel. It is what it is. It's not great. It's not the worst movie ever. For extras, this one has a behind-the-scenes documentary and You're the One music video. I saw this at Target for like $15 when it first came out, and when I walked into Target and I saw it, I didn't even know Target was doing, well, it's not an exclusive, they just had it before. They had it before everyone else, basically. Now every place you can find it. But here's that. We'll open her up. Big surprise. No disc art. And to be honest, the main reason that I picked up Patch's London Adventure is because its predecessor, 101 Dalmatians, this is my all-time favorite Disney film. I watched the shiz out of this movie as a kid, and I can still watch it constantly. I love this movie. I recommend everybody has it in their collection. I love how you go from this nice silver slipcase to this white one. That's what you can expect on your Aladdin Blu-ray 2 when that comes out in, I believe it's October 11th. That's another movie I cannot wait for the Blu-ray drop. We'll open it up. Standard Disney art there. Except for their older releases. Their older releases had phenomenal disc art. Such as their release of the Platinum Edition of what's that movie? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. My brother has that. That's how I know about that one. And Sleeping Beauty also had a great one. Another one in the Studio Ghibli collection, Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. A very good movie starring the voice cast of Alison Lohman, Uma Thurman, Patrick Stewart, Edward James Olmos, and Shia LaBeouf. Back when He wasn't crazy. Definitely a cool movie about a... It's been so long I can't even really explain this one. Basically, there's these insect monsters. They live in the desert, and I believe the insects have poison or something. That's why they wear this weird gas mask. It's really cool. I highly recommend it, but I cannot explain it for the life of me. Yeah, what it is they're in the Valley of the Wind. It's the last stronghold of the earth, and untouched by the poisonous jungle and the powerful insects that guard it. That's what it was. The jungle's poisonous, the insects guard it. Yeah. Open it up, and Studio Ghibli art. Actually, I have 2 more Studio Ghibli on its way right now. Spirited Away, which just came out like the 14th of this month, I believe. Or no, the 21st. Came out the same day as Chappie. And also Howl's Moving Castle, because that one I didn't have, and I don't know why I didn't have. Next year's the Mulan and Mulan 2. Well, the Mulan 15th Anniversary Edition and the Mulan 2 Disney Blu-ray Combo Pack. 3-disc Special Edition. Open it up. Got Mulan and Mulan 2 on the Blu-ray. And then you get 2 discs for the DVD. Here's Mulan and then Mulan 2. And they just stack them. Which, to be honest, I'm probably only going to be watching the Blu-rays anyway, so it doesn't bother me. They haven't gotten scratched up yet. Next up here is Monsters University. Don't have Monsters Inc. Would love Monsters Inc. The reason that I don't have it, the reason I have Monsters University and not Monsters Inc. is because I got this on Black Friday for like $10. This is a really good film though. I really enjoyed it. This one has disc art. Look at that. Even the... Is this a DVD? Okay, I thought it was a digital copy, but even the DVD has disc art. But, sadly, Disney doesn't do this anymore. They don't care about their titles anymore. Well, not that they don't care about them, they just don't care to give us a nice release of it. Next here is Maleficent. Really bought this the same time as I bought Sleeping Beauty, because Walmart had them both for $10 a piece. And when you put both codes in, you get a free vintage looking Sleeping Beauty poster, which looks awesome. I have it back there. It used to be on the wall, but unfortunately it fell, the frame broke. It's, to say the least, it's not up anymore. But here's Maleficent here on Blu-ray. This has an awesome slipcover, in my opinion. Open that up. Angelina Jolie played a great Maleficent. I really enjoyed this film up until the end. Don't get me wrong, I love Frozen. I own Frozen somewhere. Is it in? Yeah, it's in here. I own Frozen. I thought it was a great movie when that came out, but the shoehorned Frozen ending in this movie is really, really disappointing to me. We're gonna tell you Maleficent's tale, and she's gonna become never mind. If you haven't seen the movie, watch it and you'll know what I'm talking about. Next here is The Little Mermaid here on Blu-ray. Awesome slipcover. I need to contact Disney to see if they'll send me a new one, because that's how mine came, all like misglued, and it's just getting worse and worse every day, from just general shelf wear. But that's The Little Mermaid. We'll pull it out, and here's The Little Mermaid. It's signed by Jodie Benson, the woman who played Ariel and The Little Mermaid. It says Jordan with love plus God bless, Jodie Benson, which is really cool. That's another one I just sent out and got back. That one took like 5 months to come back. It took a while for that. Not 5 months, 3 months. 3 months to come back. Right now, I'm waiting for one autograph, and it's been 6 months. I've kind of given up on the idea of getting it back, and that's Wes Craven. But here's the art. But Wes Craven has been doing a lot, from producing the Scream show, to producing a People Under Stairs show developed for Sci-Fi, to the new Scream Factory releases. So if that could be the case, I can hope that I'll get it back. Next here, anyway, is Lilo and Stitch. Love this movie, one of my favorites from Disney. And honestly, I didn't watch this until way older. I want to say I was 16 when I watched this. And it's because I just flipped on Disney Channel and it was there, and I was like, oh, I'll watch it. But here's that. Open it up. The DVDs are stacked on top of each other, and the Blu-ray has both films. This release gets a lot of slack because all the special features from the 2-disc Ohana version of Lilo and Stitch are not on here, and there's a really nice long documentary on there, but it is what it is. I'd prefer having the Blu-ray than having all the special features. That's just me. I go for the overall presentation of my collection. But anyway, next here is Kiki's Delivery Service, another wonderful film by Miyazaki, a coming-of-age film about a girl who's a witch who decides to make her own delivery service, helping this woman's bakery, and she flies around and delivers people's goodies. This has a lot of special features. It comes with an introduction from John Lasseter, Ursula's painting, original Japanese storyboard, original Japanese trailer, creating Kiki's Delivery Service, producer's perspective, scoring Miyazaki behind the microphone, the locations of Kiki's Delivery Service, Kiki and Gigi, and flying with Kiki and beyond. The only reason I bring that up is because a lot of these Studio Ghibli films were not given wonderful special features, so just figured I'd throw that out there. And luckily, being Studio Ghibli, amazing disc art on both discs. Like I said, as far as Disney goes, when it's their own films with no disc art, it bothers me, but the one thing I can say is Studio Ghibli, they give the utmost respect to. Next here is The Hunchback of Dame 2-movie collection, which I think this has really, really cool cover art. Here's that. We'll open it up. As far as these movies go, the first movie is wonderful. One of my all-time favorites. The second movie has horrible animation, and it's kind of not that good. It's basically just the story of it's what's on the inside that really counts, because they wouldn't let Quasimodo have the girl in the last movie. Just saying. But here's the art. Discs are stacked on top of each other for Hunchback of Notre Dame 1 and 2. But as I was saying, great film. Well, the first one's a really good film. Highly recommend. Next here, as I was saying before, we got Frozen. This is a great film. Don't care what anybody says about me owning this film. It's all my Blu-rays. This stack just fell. But that's okay. I'll just separate it. Frozen here. Great movie. Highly recommend it. Surprisingly, not a huge ton of special features. With how big this movie blew up, it surprises me. But here's the discs. Frozen's definitely one of those films where I could see if Disney continues with the vault method, I could see it hitting the vault. But anyway, next up here is Frankenweenie, another film from the master of stop motion, Tim Burton. Highly recommend this film. It's really good. It's really, really good. We've seen iterations of this movie many times in the past with the releases of Nightmare Before Christmas. That always has the short film included. But we finally have it here. Great characters. You got Victor, Igor, and everyone. I highly recommend this. Great movie. Definitely a blast. Has little hints towards other horror movies throughout. I highly recommend it. I mean, even there's an Asian character who has a pet turtle that when he morphs, he turns into a giant Gamera-esque turtle, and he kind of just wants to take over the world with it. It's kind of cute. But next here is Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. One of my all-time favorite films. I bought this one after it went out of print because that was when I didn't take Disney seriously about the vault and going out of print and the prices that freaking secondhand markets want for them. Luckily, I was able to find this one at Mega Media Exchange, which is basically a DVD emporium, and I got this one for $13.99, so that was worth it to me. And we have Fantasia and Fantasia 2, Fantasia and Fantasia 2, 2000. Let's get total with the title. Honestly, I remember watching the first one as a kid a lot. I loved it. I still love it. I can't tell you really how many times I've seen the second one, if I've ever seen it in full. I don't remember. But anyway, we'll continue along. We got Cinderella here on Blu-ray. Another one of the classics. Highly recommend this diamond edition. Nice tight slipcase on that one. That's because I ordered this from Amazon and then I ordered the slipcase from Disney, because sometimes if you call Disney you're able to get them. Most of the time you're not. But that's Cinderella here. We'll open her out. One that came with little catalogs, a Blu-ray guide, sadly the start of the downfall of this. I believe this is the first in that downfall. Because, yeah, because Lion King still had art. Although not phenomenal art, it did have art. Because my brother has the 3-movie collection of that, which I regret not buying every day. Alright, but continuing on, the last Ghibli film that I owned until my next two come is Castle in the Sky. Here's another one that when it came from Amazon had a beat up slipcase, but whatever. This one stars Anna Paquin, James Van Der Beek, Cloris Leachman, and Mark Hamill. Highly recommend this one. It's another one I can not explain what the heck was going on in this movie. All I know is it's about a guy who flies with this woman and they're all after this girl's jewel. It's just a phenomenal movie. From what I remember, it's been about 1.5 years since I watched it. I should probably revisit again, but awesome disc art. Continuing on, should have grabbed a water. Mouth is starting to get dry. We have Brave here. This is another one that the main reason I have is because Black Friday. But this is a great film. Highly recommend. Basically a story about a girl shouldn't just have to go on and get married. Plus it's all Celtic and whatnot. It's really good. Really highly recommend this one. Let's open it up. And discard. If you haven't watched this one yet, I highly recommend going out and picking it up if you can find it at a decent price. Or wait till Black Friday, where a lot of Disney films are like $10 at your local Walmart. Next here is another one that I had to buy secondhand, $50. No, $48. Now it runs about $35, so I highly used. Mine was used when I bought it. I highly recommend buying it used if you can find a copy. Jump on it. Sadly, no slipcase, but I'm not going to argue. I'm just happy to have found this film, and it still has the DVD guide and the catalog. Movie, special features, and a DVD of the movie. All with beautiful disc art, too. Next up here, we're going to another Diamond Edition, and that is Bambi. One of my all-time favorite films as a child. Cried every time Bambi's mom got shot, but loved the film more and more each time I watched it. And great disc art on the DVD and the Blu-ray both. And last here is a film that, another one of the films that I only have because of Disney Movie Rewards points. I collected enough points, and all of the other Blu-rays on the site I already grabbed, so I was like, Bug's Life was decent from what I remember. Would never pay for it, but I'll pick up that free Blu-ray. Overall, it's not a bad film. It's okay. It's not Pixar's best. It's far from Pixar's worst. But it comes with everything. Good Blu-ray and DVD art. And one thing it has that most of them don't. That actually, this is my only Blu-ray that has it. is nice background art. But that's all the Blu-rays I have for Disney for now. I'm sure there'll be a lot more in the future. But these are my highly, you should check these out movies. Go check it out. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'll probably maybe do a Criterion overview today. Or tomorrow. But I'll see you guys when I see you, when that video comes. Alright, bye guys.